Hi, welcome to the Dixon and Disney Archives. I'm Jeff Dixon, and we're taking a look at some of the stuff that's in my office that has been shared with me, given to me through the years that I've collected, that ignites the magic and the memories of Walt Disney, his life, the Walt Disney World Resort, and all things Disney. If you're a Disney fan or a Disney fanatic, that's probably why you're watching. And if not, you're just watching to be nice, and I appreciate that. Hopefully something that you see will kindle a bit of magic, spark a little bit of imagination, maybe even in you. And so thanks for being with me. Today we're going to go to this shelf here. And on the shelf there is this. It is a plaque, a replica of a plaque that sits in the Walt Disney World Resort in the center of Town Square at the head of Main Street, USA, as it goes back towards Cinderella Castle. You can find it by normally finding the statue of Roy Disney and Minnie Mouse sitting side by side. This is on the ground. It is a plaque that commemorates the opening day of the Walt Disney World Resort. Now this one, as a keepsake and collectible, is a little bit worn. The reason for that is because this plaque, as a recreation, also had to survive a hurricane here. And so as part of this, this is one of the things that is part of my personal collection. It was damaged in a hurricane. And so, but still as a part of my collection, as part of the Disney park that I especially like, having spent some time, a lot of time in the Walt Disney Resort, especially in the Magic Kingdom, because I was in Orlando when it opened, and remember this very vividly. And also spent some time working out there as one of my first places of employment. This particular plaque in the Magic Kingdom matters in a lot of ways. So let me read it to you. It says, Walt Disney World is a tribute to the philosophy and the life of Walter Elias Disney, and to the talents, the dedication, and the loyalty of the entire Disney organization that made Walt Disney's dream come true. May Walt Disney World bring joy and inspiration and new knowledge to all who come to this happy place, a Magic Kingdom where young, at heart, of all ages can laugh and play and learn together. Dedicated this 25th of October 1971 by Roy of Disney. There at the Town Square flagpole you can still find this, and so this is a recreation of that dedication plaque. You can find pictures of the actual plaque online through any Google image search or any Bing search. You can find the images that are there. But this is what was read by Walt's brother Roy as Disney was open. It becomes a little bit more powerful when you realize that for Roy, he came out of retirement after his brother Walt died unexpectedly, and he spearheaded one more project. It was known as the Florida Project, and it was the project that Walt had always dreamed of building an experimental prototype community of tomorrow, Epcot. But Roy also knew, as Walt did, that for people to come and buy into Epcot, they had to have another kingdom, a magic kingdom, if you will. Not to recreate Disneyland, but to create Disney World. After Walt passed away, Roy immediately had the name of the project changed to Walt Disney World, and he came out of retirement to spearhead this project, which opened in October to much fanfare and hype. Unlike the opening of Disneyland, this went much, much better. They had learned a lot of lessons along the way, and Roy dedicated the park to his brother and then to all the people that we just talked about. Interestingly enough, Roy Disney passed away just a few months later. This was not only the project that got him out of retirement, but it was his last project. And when this was built, he felt like he had done what he needed to do to his brother and for his brother. And unexpectedly, then Roy was no longer there. And so part of the lasting legacy of Walt Disney World is that partnership between Roy and Walt Disney. I think it's sometimes really easy to look at the life of Walt Disney, and because Walt Disney was so visible, he was the guy on TV, he was everyone's Uncle Walt, he was the face and the name of the company, but we forget sometimes that the company really began with the Disney brothers, and that Walt and Roy strategically made decisions that guided the company. Walt became the face of the company. He became the name of the company. He became the driving creative force of the company. And his brother Roy, very faithfully and diligently behind the scenes, became the money man of the company, the driving force behind the finances. His job was to find a way to finance the dreams that Walt had. There was often a lot of tension. There was often a lot of work and compromise that had to take place. So a lot of times that they were not always getting along on the same page. There's a classic story about a feud between Walt and Roy as they were working on one particular project, and all they could do was fight. Roy said they couldn't afford it. Walt kept pushing that they needed to get it done. And they got so bad, and the tension was so bad that in the offices they no longer spoke. And this went on for weeks and weeks and weeks until finally, Roy walked into his office one day, and there was a genuine Indian relic. It was a peace pipe, and on it was a note from Walt saying to him basically, I've had enough. This is a peace pipe. We need to move forward and get over this. And certainly in that moment, Roy laughed, and just like that, the brothers moved forward, still disagreeing on projects, but working as one to get it done. Yeah, you have to remember, for Walt Disney, yeah, he was the name of the parks, he was the name of the company, and he was a dreamer that inspired others. But for those dreams to come true, as the Plaque reminds us, it took a lot of dedicated artists, people who are willing to work and buy into that dream. There's no such thing as an island, at least when it comes to people. You didn't get to be who you are, and I didn't get to be who I am without the people that are around you. And it takes a lot of people to build up that core of our life and to build up the quality of our life like it needs to be. Never take those people for granted. Be willing to say thank you. Thank God for those people. Take the time to celebrate who they are. Make sure they know how important they are in your world, because when it's said and done, they make you a better you. And they do that because it's a part of who they're called to be. And as a result, when you're the best version of you, they become the best version of themselves because they use their gifts and their talents in ways that bring pleasure and joy to others. And so, as you stand at Walt Disney World next time, as you stand in the Magic Kingdom and you look down at that plaque, remember it is something that Roy said about his brother as he dedicated the Magic Kingdom. But it also speaks volumes about the journey that two brothers were on that literally changed the lives of people forever. Changed you, changed me. And the impact that they have still lives on to this day. Never underestimate the impact you're going to have. While one day they may put your name on a plaque, the real legacy lasts with the way that you touch and shape the lives of others. Never be afraid to do that. I look forward to joining you next time for more stuff here in the Dixon on Disney Archives.